He's known a young lady now for 1 year and 9 days.
We're 1 month and 9 days.
1 month and 9 days, and we are we're tracking it like the birth of a panda.
Yes.
Right. And but I understand you're more serious than the birth of a panda. Is that true? Is she watching the show?
She may be. I don't know.
So we can't even say half this stuff. We can't give you a hard time.
You do whatever you want. It's all good.
I guess it's my show.
She's pretty understanding, so.
Well, we're going to soon find out, aren't we?
Yeah, right.
So, well, that's good. So, Chris is love interest continues to blossom. It's going to be the young and the restless here pretty soon. And is that show still in the air?
Yeah, it is.
There, I need your man card, please. That was a test. So I'm Dave, and this is not branded, and this is Saturday at the Shop, our weekly show where we talk about everything but cigars, apparently. Your cigar is like just sitting in my face.
I'll put it over here.
But it does smell good.
Well, you know, it's a crux. So.
And we are located where?
In Frisco, Texas.
Frisco, Texas. This week was just south of Alaska.
Just south. I mean, my 7-day trial of Alaska.
Yeah,
I want to return.
Yeah, I'm not booking a cruise.
No, I'm good.
No, I have this theory that Mother Nature has been married 900 times, and we can always tell when the weather's just right, things are kind of going okay.
Yeah.
But then in comes Mr. Nature one night, a little late, got a little glitter on him, and the next thing you know, we're getting a hailstorm at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But he really screwed up this week.
I don't know what he did.
Because
must have had some lipstick on the collar and glitter or something.
I think Mother Nature looked out the window and the other bitch was in the car. Because she sent down a cold blast all the way to Texas. Being from Nebraska, this is just November through April. I mean, it's no big deal. But the Texans down here did not know how to act. Builders did not know how to build for the fact that there's a potential it'll be below 35 degrees.
Yeah.
Pool companies had no clue that this plastic stuff breaks when it freezes.
Well, you had an ice rink in the back.
Well, no, actually my neighbors have an ice rink.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they're really happy about that. I just told them, have your son plays lacrosse, have him take up ice hockey. It's going to be great. But you know what you can't buy here? Sleds, snow shovels, or ice skates. So, but people were buying generators, like I just announced that Crux cigars were 99 cents.
Right.
$899 generators flying out the door at Home Depot for 2 days.
Right. And then they'll probably try to return them too.
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace is going to have 9,000 generators on it. So how was your week? Good?
Good week.
Good.
I had on and off electricity. Finally got electricity completely restored Thursday night.
No, oh, okay, that's nice.
Yeah, and internet all day yesterday. So
Gotta have the internet.
Power, internet, and water. That was good.
I wondered if the internet or cellular network went out, what would anybody under 35 years old do without a cell phone?
Yeah,
I mean, I think there would just be heading to the cliff and
chaos
in a mass.
Utter chaos.
Yeah. And every 13-year-old is just losing their mind. But anyway, it's we just got done with this cold snap. Today is actually cars and cigars and ice fishing. Sans the cars. We don't have any cars here today because we had to call off cars and cigars, which is normally today. Ironically, car guys were calling me last night at 11 o'clock going, hey man, is the show still on? I'm like, dude, are you going to drive your nice car in slush and then park? Well, why would you do that?
Well, we do have cars here, but it's not cars for the car show.
That is true. And there's not a lot of cars here for,
coming
getting
up.
up. It's 28 degrees,
right,
doing their thing. Now, what we do have, and I'm very proud to say, we have about 5 gallons right now of brewed Distretto coffee. Just for us. Thank you guys from Distretto. We need to welcome a number of groups in here today. We have Tales of the Lounge. We have Cigars and Guns. We have someone say whiskey.
Say Whiskey's up
So
there.
excited about that. We love Someone Say Whiskey. We're on the Instagram. And I'm going to say hi to Johnny Goodner. Look, guys, there's tons of notes coming in here, and I'm too friggin' old to see that little text. But, so Adrian's going to spout out some stuff that is coming across. And just let us know, A, what you're smoking. B, if you're coming to us from a foreign country like Chicago, let us know where you're coming in from, what you're smoking, and we will say good morning to you in your native tongue. Have you been working on your Good Day, Mates?
Good day, mate.
A little bit of an Irish, I noticed a little bit of Irish there.
Hey, good day, mate.
Okay, now that's just gay. Yeah, so, and by the way, we are an equal opportunity offender. Oh, speaking of gay, hey, Ty's here. Ty's a retired fireman, and he can't light a fire right now. This is the poetic justice that is our show. I would also like to say, Brandon, on the count of three, let's show Brandon how we really feel. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying the sunscreen. I hope you don't get a rash. You guys have fun. We love you. But they're out there having a blast. DC, what time's your tea time today, buddy?
Missed it.
Oh, we missed it. Okay. Might have been frozen. So, but hey, look, we had a cold week, but we've ended up coming out strong.
It's starting to melt.
It's starting to melt. So, want to welcome everybody. If you guys see anybody that's coming in, why don't we log into our show here so we can see comments that are coming in on the Facebook.
Yeah, Larry's coming in from LaGrange, Missouri.
Oh, Larry, of course, Larry. Good night, mate.
Oh, that was good.
You notice they had that Missouri kind of St. Louis twang to it?
Yeah, that was
Yeah. So Larry's from a little town in Missouri, and he watches us every week. He's very active. Greg Baddock is up there. Greg, thanks a lot. He's in Chicago. So let's go up there. Hey, over there, Greg. Why don't you put down that sausage there for a second over there? And Greg, hey, quit sending us your goddamn weather, okay, Greg? You know, your Chicago stuff, close the door, okay?
Yeah.
You're killing us over here. Good day, mate. That's how that works.
That was perfect.
Yeah, that's how that works.
I mean, I would think you're from Chicago.
It's a town. It's a town. Just the suburbs, really. Yeah, so let us know where you're at. Let us know what you're smoking. Obviously, the last 2 days, people started to see that it's going to warm up here.
Yeah.
And everybody is clearly like down to their last Black and Mild that was at the bottom of their humidor because they were in here rushing it yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And things went crazy.
It was packed last night.
And today's show, and I haven't told Jeff Hogan this from Crux, but today's show is brought to you by Crux Cigars.
And that's why
He doesn't know what the sponsorship costs yet, but today's show is brought to you by Crux Cigars. And there's a reason for that. So I'm going to have you exit stage right, and I'm going to bring in the reason that Crux
our
is
special guest.
Our special guest.
All right.
Tam. Here's Tam.
Hello.
Now you're talking to the entire internet, so you have to speak up. They're in this microphone.
Hello.
This isn't NPR. Okay, we're going to say this with volume. So Tam, there was a section on our deal where we said the roof is on fire. I'll let you finish the rest of the song, folks, because even this show doesn't go to that level. But, which is really rare, by the way.
Yes.
But our friend Tam is here from Minneapolis. For those of you guys that follow us on Facebook and those areas, you've seen that Tam, who moved down here from Minneapolis in July, quickly became part of the ICC family. Everybody fell in love with her. She just had a blast coming in and visiting us. She is a lifelong friend of our friend Jeff Hogan that owns Crux Cigars. So I get this crazy text Tuesday morning?
I think it was Wednesday.
Wednesday morning, because it was Tuesday, right? Wednesday morning. Imagine this. Everybody's talking about, woe is me, my pipe broke in my garage and it got all over my Mercedes, and they're all upset, wondering if it's going to screw things up. This young lady, I start getting a text from Kayla that she's sitting in the parking lot in your car, watching your apartment burn.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
So this young lady comes down. She's here from July on. She loves Texas. She loves Frisco.
Yes.
And tell us about what happened when, at about what time on Wednesday morning, what happened and what did you do?
My alarm went off. I had 2 false alarms that same week, or within the last 2 weeks. So I assumed that it was a false alarm. And my mom was visiting me. She's visiting me from Minnesota, and I just thought it was a false alarm, and I was ready to go back in my room and just like, it's gonna go off soon.
And this is at what time? About 1 in the morning?
Maybe 1:15.
Okay.
And my mom was like, nope, I smell smoke. She looked out the door, and there was black smoke, like rolling towards my apartment doors, probably 2 doors down.
Like a horror movie.
I couldn't have imagined anything like this.
Yeah.
It was extremely uncomfortable. I literally grabbed some shoes, my jacket, and my purse, and I ran out of my apartment with my mom and my mom's.
And your cat.
My mom's cat Bella, which is my little sister. Hi Bella. And we got in the car and got to the bottom of the parking ramp, and there were fire trucks everywhere. So I knew it was real. I could see firemen hosing the apartment complex with water, so I knew there wasn't a real fire.
Yeah.
And I pulled to the other side of the street, and I literally watched the apartment burn for probably 8 hours. And it ended up being a 36-hour fire.
36 hours. How many? Over 60 units.
62 or 63 units, and my apartment started burning at about the 18th or 19th hour. And a friend of mine was on a roof, maybe a block away, and sent me a video of my actual apartment burning.
On fire.
On fire.
Well,
Absolutely.
so you guys now have been informed that you're not even allowed to go back in.
Some residents are able to go back in and retrieve some items. I was notified that my place is completely burned and nothing will be retrievable. So I lost absolutely everything physical that I own.
And folks, this includes her grandfather in his urn, and that tears me up. So, so the ICC family has come in and we're doing what we do, and my wife, obviously we made sure that you were taken care of and safe in our home, and you even got grilled cheese made for you yesterday.
And homemade
I don't even
chicken
get that.
noodle soup.
And homemade chicken noodle soup.
It was amazing.
So you're safe, and the good news is, and I think as we sat there the other night and talked at dinner, I was so inspired by your attitude.
Thank
What
you.
is your attitude today?
It's
Because you lost all your stuff, right?
all of my physical stuff.
Physical stuff.
Yes, I have my car and my life, amazing love in my life, and great relationships with amazing people. So my things are replaceable, my relationships are not. And
you're not, and your mom's
not.
not.
My mom's not, and Bella's not.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as I want to sit around and cry all day, I understand that I have to keep going, and I'll be an inspiration to somebody down the line. Right now, I just have to get through my storm. But I am super grateful for people at ICC, Jeff Hogan, people all over the world actually that have come together for me, and my mom, and
Well, we
it's
love
just
you.
unbelievable.
And
Thank
we're
you.
so happy
Thank
that what this has created, we talked about this last night, is an opportunity to have a clean slate when you come back.
Yeah.
You're going to go back to Minneapolis. The nice thing is the ICC family has stepped up. We put up a GoFundMe page yesterday, blew the goal out of the water within about 8 hours.
Thank you, guys.
We have Crux. I am giving $3 for every Crux cigar that's sold to the GoFundMe page. We sold 200 cigars yesterday of Crux. So I have put inventory into the system, into our e-commerce system. So if you want to buy some Crux cigars, it is the ultimate win-win because you get a phenomenal cigar, and a portion of the proceeds are going to go to this young lady and help her stand get stood back up quickly and strongly. So I've put inventory in the system, so we may be out, but I will have inventory by Wednesday. I've already talked to Crux, and they will make sure that the product gets to us by Tuesday or Wednesday, and we will have product flipped back around to you guys. So if I'm out, don't worry. I'm going to put inventory in, so it looks like you're getting it. You might have to wait a couple of days, but look, that's okay. Just buy Crux and support this amazing young lady. And her mother, just an absolute sweetheart, school teacher. God bless her. So we're so happy. There's going to be a lot of this going on, but just know that you've got a family here that's here to take care of.
Thank you.
And make sure you're taken care of. And please just sit down, have a cup of coffee, have a cigar if you want to. And is there anything, tell us what you're going to do once you get back down here. After you get an apartment, what are you going to do?
I'm going to start a salon.
Hair salon, right?
A hair salon, yep.
Nice.
Super passionate about hair and beauty and wellness. And it's going to be amazing.
What do you think you can do with this?
I can work magic.
Is that the extension things that people are talking about?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you get an extension and we can just wrap it around like a curly head on the end of a cigar.
Exactly.
They're gonna call me curly.
Curly.
Yeah. Look at the Chris, take your hat off. Look at this. Look at this. There's a lot of shine over there.
That's really
we got
good.
shine all over the place.
Shine.
It's just this. It's like the sun is shining off of Ron's head.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you're gonna have really nothing that you can do with this group, but
We can do a scalp massage, you know.
scalp massage. Hear that, Nate?
Here are facials.
Nice.
I'll look it up for you guys.
Nate still knows how to do that, even though he hasn't had to for a while. So, guys, I can't thank you guys enough. I sent a note to Jeff Hogan last night that basically said, I'm so proud to be one of the owners of Industrial Cigar Company because of what this community has done. And we're all behind you 110%.
Thank you.
Whatever we can do, we got you.
Thank you.
So, everybody, Tam.
And I just want you guys all to know that I appreciate anything that you can do to support me. If it's words of wisdom, if it's whatever you have for me, it doesn't have to be financial. Anything to get me through this time, I appreciate. So
Look, everybody, one of the things that we talked about was somebody's got it worse today.
Absolutely.
Somebody's got it worse today.
Absolutely.
And there's been a point in people's times where they've had it worse. Great story that was shared with us that when we told this story, one of our members, he became so passionate about it, was one of the first ones to donate because he lost an aunt and an uncle and some nieces and nephews in a house fire.
yeah.
So for him, this just like pushed the big red button. So that's another thing. How can they connect with you?
My social media and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so my Instagram is tamlani. It's tam.lani. My email address, tamerlanice@gmail.com. And
Don't give me a phone because you're gonna have like
911.
one word of advice.
Yeah.
3 guys asking you on a date. 1 word of advice.
Yeah, I'll be at ICC though, so
ICC forever.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
You're heading back to Minnesota today.
yes, I am.
Well, I'm glad you made time to come in and see us at the show.
Thank you for having me.
God bless you. We're behind you 110%.
Thank you.
And Jeff Hogan, thank you. I know that
Jeff.
you're going to support us on the backside.
Thank you.
So thank you very much.
Yes.
So with that, we'll bring in our second string team here. Let's hear it for Tam. I'm not crying, you're crying.
I'm not crying. I got smoke.
It's like allergies or something. I can't remember, but yeah. So great story, great young lady. Sorry guys, I'm not getting to a lot of the notes. Normally Brandon reads. Words are hard for me, but do we have any other foreign countries that are coming in? Normally we get Tony up in Canada. We get
No, lots of love for Tam, obviously.
good.
Safe trip. A lot of people are saying safe trip.
A lot of again, use this venue to share some of those words of wisdom, because obviously Tam has the ability to read the comments on this page. So if you've not gone through anything like this, that's great. Let us know. If your problem was your run flat tire on your Mercedes failed you at 80 miles an hour, we don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
You know, just keep your run flat story.
You know, I'll say that again, ICC and the family here, the culture here, never ceases to amaze me. It's something that we can sit here all day and talk about and try and describe it, but until you actually come in here and experience it, it would be like trying to explaining bungee jumping or skydiving to someone.
Yeah.
You don't know or understand until you experience it. I was lucky enough to experience it a year ago when I went through a rough time.
Right.
And it's just amazing. So yeah,
It's-
all the love out to Tam.
It was, we've said it 100 times, but we planned this business for several years. And you run the numbers, you want to make sure that it's worth everybody's time and effort and energy. But we never took into account the people we would meet. And this gives me faith in people again.
Right.
So it's just outstanding. So anyway, we wish the best for Tam, and we know you guys do too. And so anyway, there's that, which is good. I talked to you a little bit about this thing I got in the trunk over here.
Oh yeah.
You know, when I come over to the trunk. So anyway, I got a call the other day. Cyril Brizard. The dude can make some cigar accessories.
Right.
In fact, our friend back here, Mark McClurkin, had a one of these beautiful Havana Travelers made that has a pocket so he can put his gun in. It's
Beautiful. It is.
so cool, so cool. So anyway, Cyril notifies me he's coming in a couple weeks and wants to do a trunk show to show a lot of his new stuff.
New stuff.
And opportunity to create something custom.
Oh, nice.
If they want to create something custom. We're the only shop that he allows custom work to be done, and he does some amazing stuff.
Wow.
So Cyril Brizard, we do not have the date yet.
I'm in. I'm on.
Because his father is in a bad way right now, and he's in France. So
Okay.
when he gets back over here, he'll set it. But right now, he's planning within the next couple of weeks. So watch your mail, watch all the grams and the book face and stuff. Watch all that stuff, and you got to come in and meet Cyril and see the finest cigar accessories in the world, bar none.
Oh yeah.
So really excited about that. Also, you know, in addition to the crux, what you got going on?
I was just seeing my cousin Jeff is on watching. Hey Jeff.
Oh, Jeff's here. Jeremy Armstrong is in. What else do we have here? Oh, we got John. Now John is over in London. So John, listen to this.
All right.
Good day, mate.
Oh, that was perfect. Spot on.
Did you? I mean,
Yes.
because there's different. I don't know if you know this, but there's different dialects within the Cockney type.
Right. Yeah.
So it's taken a long time to get that perfected. Jake Powell's here.
Yeah.
His balls are here too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got that going for us. Is your mom? Hey, Tam, is your mom watching?
Yes.
Damn. Okay. Well. Sorry, Mom. I'll clean it up. I saw her give you a look at dinner.
Yes.
I have a feeling you've seen it before,
I've seen it before.
and it paralyzed me.
You get it together real
She's
quick.
the sweetest person on the planet Earth, and she had this look like, oh, well, this is it. It's over. What's about to happen next isn't going to be
It
good.
stings.
Yeah. So, Mom, if there's anything I said that offends you, it's his fault.
It's my fault.
Yeah. So, Sean Ratz, everybody's in. Man, there's a lot of people in.
Yeah.
I told you there was going to be a lot of people. We got,
What does that say? 22 million at the top?
22 million people are watching right now. Thad is in, Marty Upton's in, DC's in. Jeff Hogan is in, and he said he's happy to sponsor.
That's perfect.
He has no clue how expensive that's going to be. No clue. We have some folks in from Florida back in the back. They left Florida
To come here.
to come to Alaska. So that's great. But we are going to take 1 second and talk a little bit about a couple of cigars that have worked their way into the humidor. Nate Phone. And there's a unique theme here. This those are all little torpedoes. They're little, what is called a bellicoso. They are, the thing that I like,
There's one I'm already volunteering to smoke if you want.
and it is probably this one.
Yeah.
It's like a magic trick.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
They disappear really quick.
So here's a little side note, tip of the day. When you're wandering around a cigar lounge, particularly in a humidor where no one's helping you in the humidor, unlike what you'll get here at ICC. But when you're looking for a cigar, think about grabbing a cigar that has a unique shape. And the reason for that is they typically will put the best rollers in the factory on the unique shapes.
Yep.
So the chances of getting a cigar that's going to perform very well is much higher.
Well, and not only the best rollers, but then they usually limit how many they can roll per day.
Right. So here is a torpedo selection that would sink anybody's ship. This is there are some great cigars here. Number one, back in stock, is the Chasero. We have both the Toro and the Bellicoso. For a sub $10 cigar,
It's got great leather notes.
oh, so good. And remember, the small one is the one that kicks off this crazy blueberry note.
Oh, yeah.
But this cigar, it's a Mexican Puro, and it'll make you rethink Mexican cigars.
Oh, for sure.
It's the same way that Casa Torrent and the stuff that Edgar does for us. But this is a beautiful, beautiful cigar. Sub $10, it'll blow you away. We haven't talked much about Southern Raw lately, and they have the Rosa Sharon, which is always a very popular cigar for us. They have the Desert Rose. So they now have a Desert Rose box pressed torpedo. Really, really nice cigar.
That's a good cigar.
Yeah, so these are in stock. And then this cigar. I smoked 4 of these this week, and I have to keep looking up at how many boxes we have left because I'm afraid I'm going to smoke them all again. But this is the Regis Black Label Orchid. It's typically only available in London. It's made for the second oldest tobacconist in the world. And this cigar is just for them, and then Orchid, allows Regis to sell some into the United States. Last year it was 25 boxes of each, so it's not much.
Right.
You know, thanks for nothing, Danny. But in this case, we were able to get orchids in 3 sizes. This cigar is in the kind of the $15 range, which would be in the $12 range for our members. But
It's worth every penny of it.
oh my God, is this thing good? And everything I've showed you is not peppery.
No.
It's not heavy. They're medium-bodied cigars, super floral.
Yes.
A really great acidic kind of a citrus. Yeah, it's just a beautiful cigar. And then the big dog, bad dog in the house, is the Patoro XO Bellicoso. These are back in. They're now available in 10-count boxes. This cigar on half wheel received a 94. They don't give anything a 94. This and the good news is they actually bought their test cigars at our store, so we know that they're smoking what we're smoking. And but this cigar, it's no joke. It's gonna kick your wallet a minute because it's about a $33 cigar or something like that. But top 5 for me of all time. He's actually the Salamone was. This is actually
It's top 3 for me.
top 3.
Yep.
So that's great. And what I'm smoking is the Crux Bull and Bear, and this is the. I did the Marblehead. This is the Gordo Marblehead, or the Toro. No, Gordo. Yeah, it is Gordo Marblehead. But this cigar. What's amazing about this cigar, and it's a tribute to the farmers. And you guys have done shows where you talk about some of the different farmers,
Right.
Placencia.
Oh, Placencia. Yeah, Placencia comes up over and over again. It's amazing. Large community, but it's also a very small and tight community, and it's amazing to see how each of the different families interact with each other and how much they connect and work together. So
They have what I love about Placencia compared to a couple other manufacturers that we visited in Nicaragua. They are all about the family.
they are.
And they consider their employees family. And when you walk in their lobby, they have this cigar display built into the wall with individual cigars, 6,000 of them, that represent each person that works for them. And that is a stark comparison to some of the others that are there that
Don't take care of their people.
they just don't care. They figure it's cheap labor, and if this guy doesn't work out, I'll get somebody else. But Plasencia, as a farmer, the Plasencias manufacture Crux cigars. They manufacture the Regis. They manufacture the Cavalier in the Honduran factory. And then, of course, we have Plasencia cigars themselves, which are spectacular. But it just goes to show you how, when you are really good at growing tobacco, really good at aging tobacco, how smooth and crisp and clean your cigars can be. This cigar on paper is the strongest cigar in the store. And I'm not saying I double dog dare you to get it. It's going to knock you down. Let's see if you can do it. It's not like I'm handing you a habanero saying, eat it. I have cigars. This is 60% Ligero. I said 50. 60% Ligero. We have a cigar in there that's 50% Ligero. I can't smoke it. It is so strong and bitter and oily. This cigar, 60% Ligero leaf from 4 different regions in Nicaragua, in the filler, and it is as smooth a cigar as you can possibly imagine, but so much flavor.
You would never ever guess that it has that much Ligero in it. There's no way.
The cigar is phenomenal. Crux as a line is our #1 line in unit sales, and it is up 300% versus last year. And what that means is people are coming in and they're buying it, and they continue to buy it and continue to buy it. What's interesting is there's 3 different sizes of the Bull and Bear. It represents 1/3 of all of our Crux sales. Wow. So that means people really want a good full-bodied cigar. They just don't want it to knock them down,
Correct.
make them have to drink a glass of water every time they do it. So treat yourself to a Crux. So you're smoking what? Tell us what you're smoking.
I'm smoking the Epicure Lonze.
Now, if you look on their website, you're not going to see an Epicure Lonze. If you look anywhere on the planet, you're not going to see Epicure Lonze. They did that cigar for one group's Cigar of the Month club. And I think it's just because we love the Hogans and they love us,
right?
But they made a few of these available to us. And I'll tell you what, buy the Toro or buy the Gordo, and if you want to see the difference between a smaller ring gauge and a larger ring gauge cigar, where you get more wrapper with a smaller ring gauge, smoke those 2 cigars at the same time, and you will not think that they are the same cigar.
No.
I mean, conceptually, the same cigar.
Yeah.
But that cigar is really good.
I've noticed that a lot of these have been going off the shelf pretty quick.
Oh yeah. No, it's going quick. That particular cigar, Connecticut wrapper, but it's going to have it's Nicaraguan Puro. It's got a great balance. It's light. It's creamy.
Yes.
It's nutty.
Yeah.
But when I describe nutty, I mean cashew nut, like butter
like
creamy.
that, yeah. Very creamy, buttery nut flavor to it. It's
So then you take that blend and throw a Mexican San Andreas Maduro wrapper on the Epicure Maduro, and
that's what I smoked last night.
And that cigar is good because a Mexican San Andreas Maduro wrapper is going to be a little bit more subtle than a traditional Pennsylvania broadleaf, a Connecticut broadleaf. Right. Some of those that have a tendency to be really heavy and oily. Mexican San Andreas gives you that Maduro strength, but it's not oily. It's a little bit sweeter on the finish. So really a beautiful cigar. Then there's the Guild. Now I always describe the Guild as butter wrapped in a tobacco leaf, because that cigar to me is just buttercream, like buttercream frosting. It's so good. So and then one of the cigars that we'll get in is the Limitada, the PB5.
Yes.
Limited edition cigar, has a very special wrapper on it. The wrapper's now 15 years old.
And that one doesn't last long.
No.
Less than a week usually.
Excuse me.
Gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I had the Epicure Maduro last night. and it went well with the scotch that I drank. It went well with the bourbon that I drank and the tequila. So it's a good cigar for whatever you're drinking.
Did you actually find your house last night?
I did.
How many of your neighbors' doors did you knock on before you made it?
Maybe 2 or 3.
Okay, good. Well, hey, he made it. That's good. So I think with that, we have the inspiration that's Tam is in the house. She's going to hang out with us for a little bit. We have coffee on.
Coffee.
We have Chris.
We had another special guest over here to show you.
Oh, I apologize. We were without Adrian last week, and I'm going to bring Adrian Marunda up here from Cigars and Guns. Everybody, let's hear it for Adrian Marunda.
Morning, guys. Yeah.
This is Adrian, Cigars and Guns. For those of you guys on everything other than Cigars and Guns, get on that platform if you're into cigars and you're into guns. The other one is if you're into whiskey.
Yeah.
Hey, did somebody say whiskey? Someone did.
Someone did.
Someone said whiskey. Someone say whiskey. Go up and join that group. They are the greatest group of guys when it comes to just chasing spirits and sharing information. Love those guys, and we're doing some really cool things with them. But it all started with Adrian. Adrian was the first guy to come in. You now have how many followers in your universe?
500,000 about.
About 500,000 followers are in the house, and you talk about very important things, cigars and guns. So between this whole universe, we got coffee, so we'll stay awake. We got whiskey, so we'll get drunk, and then we've got guns if somebody gives a shit. Yeah. So go ahead, Adrian. Tell us what you got going on.
Remember, we lost someone say whiskey, it looks like, but sorry, guys. But wanted to show you some work that I had done on one of my pistols. Tim from Elite Weapon Systems added the hexagon.
Oh, that is so cool.
Slide.
Yeah, that's nice.
And what gun is this?
It's a Polymer 80. It's a Glock 17 clone.
Wow. And you got just hexagons all over the place.
Yeah.
Man, what a great looking gun. That is so cool.
Yeah.
And who did that for you?
Tim with the Elite Weapon Solutions.
And Tim is one of our regulars here.
Yeah.
And he did he did your gun.
He did mine. I love it. Similar, different color, but on the slide and all down the side and everything, it was phenomenal. Great work. I can't wait to give him my other gun because now I definitely want my other gun to have a unique look to it.
That is so cool.
But that's gorgeous. That's perfect.
Wow.
Came out great.
Yeah.
So what else you got going on at Cigars and Guns these days?
We have a partnership with Some Say Whiskey and Industrial Cigars where we do an ATF package. We'll put out some more details. You'll see some messages come from Some Say Whiskey that'll kind of pinpoint the local people around here because it'll be ATF related. But really excited about that. We're looking possibly at a July drop date, so that'll give some time to get things together. But
Nice.
I went to Rodney's house a couple weeks ago, sat there with Alex, and I think we pinpointed the whiskey that we're gonna.
Oh, good.
Nice. It was really good, and we finalized the firearms, and I think we're going with United on the cigar.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
Great.
I think that'll pair very well. So we're ironing out some details, but be on the lookout for that for sure, please.
Awesome. So you're doing your podcast, you're on all the grams, all the books. And you've got your podcast, which is called
Yeah, the Great Equalizer, because as you sit down and have a cigar, we're all normal people just on the same level playing field, essentially.
Yeah. The podcasts are outstanding. I think ours, the one that you and I did, probably still holds the record.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we
We
for the
posted
most
that
comments, I think it had 2.
at least, yeah.
Yeah, so
2 more than Brandon's.
which is all that matters, by the way. All that matters, and he's going to create fake accounts and go put 3 comments on his.
That's right.
We have a competitive family. Well, that's good, Adrian. Thanks. I'm glad you're back. Again, I was telling you sorry for your loss last week. Unfortunately, we're sorry for your loss.
sir.
And,
Thank you.
And sorry for your loss. And I'm glad you made it back from El Paso.
Yeah.
It only took 12 hours, huh?
Normally it's an 8-hour drive, but with the weather, it took 12 hours. It was horrible.
Yikes.
But made it home, house was good, and nothing to complain about.
Good. Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Well, with that, guys, we're going to call it a day. We got First Friday coming up. There's going to be something different. It's not going to be our normal DJ event. I'm just not 100% sure what it is, and Busy's not here to tell me. So watch Facebook for our events.
Yes.
We will have the Brizard Trunk Show that will be coming up. Again, that's one we've got to button down the dates, but it will be coming up. Sorry about the cigars, but it looks like they're catching fish out there on the pond. So we've got that going for us. And again, thank you guys so much for joining. And from the bottom of our heart, thank you guys, everybody that has supported Tam and the issue that she went through. It proves that at ICC you are part of the family, and we thank you for that very much. Until then, maybe next week the real Brandon.
Maybe, I think so.
You've done a hell of a job.
Well, I appreciate it.
You've done a hell of a
It's been
job.
fun. I've enjoyed it.
You have. Well, you're great, and Chris is just an unpaid customer.
Earlier, you said it was a job from hell.
It is a job. Well, don't tell Wage an hour, but I don't actually pay him anything. But we got him a name tag. So, ipso facto, we're even.
Yeah,
But with that, we're going to wish you guys a warm rest of the week. May all your ice melt, and may the pipes not start spraying after that happens.
Exactly right.
Thank you guys, and we'll see you next week. And Brandon, looking forward to having you back if you decide to come back. Real shit.
Well, yeah. I mean,
At some point, I just don't like it.
I know.
Vacations, COVID,
Lots of excuses.
lots of excuses.